So Jonny, we've got the latest open training session at Twickenham coming up on August the 9th. What do you enjoy most about the chance to train in front of the fans?
Well, training in front of the fans is good experience. It gives a nice little atmosphere, which you don't normally expect at training sessions, and it's nice to have that. It lifts you up, makes you, if it's possible, to switch on even more, concentrate, and gives you a little bit extra focus and energy. But to be honest, the best thing about it is just being able to engage with the people that support you, and that's kind of what happens more afterwards, I guess, than during. But just the opportunity to put some faces to the voices, the cheers that you get, and to see what it means to people too. It's a nice reality check for you to realise it's very difficult to forget what you're representing when you put on an England shirt. But when you speak to people and you realise just what these people are giving, what it means to them, it's a humbling thing, but it's also a real. It keeps you right on track.
It's the first open training session in a test week that you've had. England play Wales at Millennium Stadium just 4 days after. So what sort of session can the fans expect to see?
Oh, hopefully some intensity, and hopefully a good bit of a good opportunity to see how it really is. I get lots of inquiries and questions all the time, some by letter and things like this, whereby people will say to me, what's it like behind the scenes? What happens in the change room beforehand? Do you get nervous? Do you get this? And actually, these sort of training sessions are a great reflection of what it is you're going into, because when you're playing a test match, the build-up starts immediately after the one before. And so going into this game, what you're going to see there is the real thing. What happens on that day will contribute to what will happen on the weekend.
With this being a World Cup year, obviously, and it's getting closer and closer, it's an even more important session for the players, because, as you say, every session counts.
Yeah, it is, and it's a big year. You can't hide from the fact that, rugby seems to take that extra step, that notch. Everything just goes up a gear when you know there's this tournament's at the end of it. But also, a lot of these fans, not everyone's going to have the opportunity to travel to New Zealand. So again, it's important for us to be able to say a bit of thanks, and to be there to engage with and converse with the sort of guys that will be probably cheering from home if they can't get out there.
And finally, I know you've done some sort of long old autograph signing sessions down there, but that's special for for the kids and for the adults too. And sure, you're looking forward to doing that again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things that people often say, "Oh, you must take this," and "Oh, I'm really sorry to do this to you, but can you?" And you sort of feel like saying it's really not a big deal. I haven't written that much since I left school, to be honest, and what's writing your name a few times and having a chance to speak to a few people, it means it means as much to us to do that as hopefully it does to the people to be on the receiving end. And I think it's a pleasure, and it's one of those things that probably when it's all said and done, it'll be one of the things you remember as intensely and with as much pride as some of the big games and the big performances, because it's all part of the joy of playing for England.